We got April 15th coming up for tax deadline, and it's also the first of the blood moons. And what I've heard through the scuttlebutt. I mean, I heard a few things actually. I've heard rumors that the IRS is going to get attacked with a false flag attack in Dallas on the anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombing on April 15th, which is also the first blood moon. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's one of the rumors out there, And they're probably, I don't know what the hell they'll blame it on, disgruntled taxpayer or something like that. But just remember that, if you're dealing with the IRS and you want to make sure you get your payments in there on time, you got to make sure you got everything date stamped. Like if you're hand delivering something to the IRS, make sure it's date stamped and all this kind of stuff with a signature or something that they got it. You got a receipt. If you're trying to mail something in on a deadline, you make sure that you mail it in. You get a receipt from the post office that the deadline is met. Also, if you're doing any kind of electronic funds transmission, make sure they got it on the other side. If you're going to be sending your bitcoins via spooky remote quantum entanglement, if the IRS is taking those things, according to the Bitcoin enthusiasts, they're like, oh yeah, the IRS ain't taking bitcoins, man. You're going to have to get greenbacks for that if you're going to be paying taxes on anything. But, if you're going to be if you think you can send bitcoins, make sure you get a receipt for your bitcoins from the IRS. Which kind of blows your cover because then they have your transaction list. But I guess, actually, I want to ad lib on this. If I had bitcoins, what I would like to do is send them via spooky remote quantum entanglement, because whatever you do to your bitcoins here, they appear over here. In other words, if you can put energies into your bitcoins right here, and via spooky remote, it goes over here. But then you'll still have them at the same time, right? That's like double your money. That's a cool thing. Now, I don't know if that theory is going to work, quantum entanglement bitcoins, but that'll be a hell of a good way to make some money double real fast. You know what I mean? Now, I would be all behind bitcoins if you could freaking do quantum entanglement. And actually, if the IRS could take bitcoins as payment for taxes, that would be freaking cool too, because then you can do quantum entanglement and no money out of your pocket and they still got the money too, right? Is that how that works? But actually, in the reality, it may be a tough year, because if the IRS if they do have this false flag attack on the IRS, they're probably going to blame it on some disgruntled taxpayer or some shit. You'll do this, and this is the rumor mill. I'm not making this. I'm not saying this. I'm not starting this rumor. It's actually one of those internet rumors out there. They said on the anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombing, the IRS is going to be the victim of a false flag terrorist attack, and it's going to be in Dallas, or likely a location. That's what the internet's saying, But then I'm thinking, if they do that, say something like that happens, what they're going to do, the IRS is going to be mad, and instead of just having a 25% penalty and interest if you're late on your payments, they're going to say take 2 quarts of blood, along for the blood moon, right? That's not cool, right? You know what I mean? Anyway, we need to start paying taxes in hemp. Grow your own, pay some, grow your own stuff, send it in, And, if the IRS gets the hemp on the other side, they can do whatever the hell they want with it, as long as you got a receipt that they got it over there on the other side, you're all set. That's all that matters. You got to make sure you got a receipt. But, it looks like there's some, really stuff coming up, I think it's tonight at 2 o'clock in the morning, that if you look up in the sky, I'm not going to wait up for this damn thing. 2 o'clock in the morning, the moon is going to be bright red due to the eclipse of the moon. The Earth blocks out the sun or something like that. It doesn't happen too often. But you can see my cat up here. He's jumping around looking for it. He's all excited. He's going to be howling at the moon, Rocky the cat. But, let's just hope nothing happens bad, because, you just got to remember, maybe the IRS will give us all extra double refunds. Well, that might be cool. If the blood moon makes them do that, that would be pretty good. We can have good karma and we can have bad karma. They can give us double refunds, or they can maybe get mad and take 2 quarts of blood for something like that. Who the hell knows? But, anyway, we'll see what happens, This is supposed to be coming up, big terrorist attack, big rumor on the internet. The internet's always right? I mean, I've never heard of the internet coming up with a wrong rumor. Did you ever hear of the internet coming up with a wrong rumor? I never did. Gee, not even once, right? Who the hell knows, man? But, and I'm sure the Bundys will be paying their taxes in, cattle coins, big ones, Like I got little cat coins over here. They'll have cattle coins, and they'll pay their taxes in that, And make sure you give a receipt for that too, right? Anyway, it's going to be interesting because this next year, going into the next year and a half up to 2015, it's the beginning of the tetrad. And it just happens to be on IRS due date, I think that was just a made-up thing about the, the terrorist attack stuff. But something's going to happen. Something's going to happen because, it's been a prediction out there for so long. I just think that maybe something might happen because the powers that be probably might make it happen. Some of that conspiracy stuff is not BS all the way. I just know that, the truther media kind of sends an exaggerated signal, but I think the powers that be got a lot of, they probably want to use these blood moons to do something. I don't know what the hell it would be. Make spaghetti sauce for all I know, and, start a new cult, pizzeria or something like that, the Pastafarians or something, We can have the cult of the flying spaghetti monsters or something, And the blood moon could stand for a big pizza, for all I know, or spaghetti, with lots of tomato sauce. But who gives a shit, really, I guess, we'll find out. It's April 15th coming up pretty soon, and if you didn't pay your taxes, let me put it this way. You don't have to pay your taxes. You don't have to. You just got to worry about what they're going to do to you later. Nobody really has to do anything. Just worry about the consequences, That's not good advice, but let me put it to you this way. You don't have to actually file your taxes. You could do an extension. You'll be good up till October 15th, for an individual, unless you're an S-Corp. If you're an S-Corp, you're already screwed. You already should have done your extension last month. But, or if you're a partnership, you got 5-month extension. But, the thing is, instead of they chopped it down a month. But the thing is, if you owe money, you got to pay it by tomorrow. And you got to make sure you have a receipt. Now, if the IRS gets blown up by the pizzeria Rastafarians, Pastorarians or some shit, some new terrorist group in Dallas, maybe there'll be a delay in payments. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Or, maybe maybe you can ask them about sending bitcoins via quantum entanglement, spooky remote quantum entanglement. This way, if you send your bitcoins, you can, zap the thing over here with quantum entanglement, and they appear over here in the IRS at the same time. But, it's actually existing in two places at once, right? You know what I mean? I like to know how that works because, actually, I'm not too keen on this quantum entanglement all the way, except for killing some fleas on cats. But, if it works for doubling money, that's cool. I think that would be a good setup. Because you know what I would do? I'd double the money and convert it into silver and palladium. That's what I would do. And the IRS, as far as the IRS goes, I only got 1 ounce of silver. 1 little ounce. That's all I got. 1 ounce. Just 1 ounce. That's all I got. 1 ounce. It's for souvenir purposes only. And, it's buried in the ground, you know what I mean? So anyway, over and out. Just watch out for the blood moons. They're coming up here pretty soon. And it's very significant that the first blood moon is coming in on IRS tax time. And it's also significant that the internet is abuzz with false flag attack on the Dallas IRS. And I don't know, like if it does happen, maybe it will be the Pastorarians, Rastafarians, the cult of the flying spaghetti bombs or whatever the hell it is. Because the blood moon does look like a big meatball, right? So it could be, you never know, right? Anyway, over and out, because, I don't really know what the hell's going on with all this shit. There's a lot of shit going on, and, I'm just joking about this crap, but, it's almost ludicrous, the stuff I hear from people on the internet that they're buying into all this shit that the alternative media puts out. So, I might as well put out my shit because actually, I think Bitcoins is a pile of crap, and I don't really think anything's going to happen April 15th. To tell you the truth, I don't think so. I don't think anything's going to happen. But if a cow freaking tripped and broke its head or some shit, or a bull ran into a freaking brick wall or some shit and smashed his antlers and got stuck in a wall, they'll put it all over the alternative media and said it was the blood moons that did it. You know what I mean? Well, we'll see what happens, and if it does happen, who the hell knows? I don't know. But they make a big drama out of everything. The alternative media is nothing but freaking drama. That's 99% of it. And they work for Russia Today and Vladimir Putin. So anyway, over and out. That's all I got to say about this shit because we'll find out, Think it's conspiracy time again here. Who knows?